Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the party. I'm your boy Numbskull, and today I want to bring you all a report I found on Erowid where an individual indulges in some Alprazolam for the first time ever and has quite a chill time. Think you guys are going to really enjoy this one. I'll waste no more time. Let's get into it. Drugs taken, Alprazolam, at a dose of 2.5 milligrams orally. Gender, male. Body weight, 72 kilograms or about 158 pounds. Time of experience, 2002. Age at time of experience, not given. Xanax, by Sixth Seal. Xanax. I've always wanted to try Xanax because the 2 milligram bars just look so sexy. Thus, I decided to go shopping for some Xans today. It's a relatively short-acting benzodiazepine. Xanax is the same drug that Noelle Bush, the niece of the current United States President George Bush, was arrested for because she tried to pass off a fraudulent prescription. The first pharmacy I went to regarded me with suspicion when I asked for Xanax. They didn't want to sell it without a prescription and told me to get some at the clinic instead. I got a general feeling of not being welcome the moment I mentioned Xanax. The second pharmacy I went to was more accommodating. They didn't know what Xanax was and asked me to write down the name on a piece of paper. I wrote down Xanax, Alprazolam, the Malaysian generic brand name, and Alprazolam, the chemical name. The old lady there asked his son to read the paper, her son, they wrote his, that's kind of weird, and he instantly recognized Alprazolam. He told the old lady it's sleeping pills and asked where it's kept. She said they have some at the back, and he went over to rummage about under a cabinet. I was feeling hopeful at this point. I didn't even get asked for my prescription. He didn't find any at the back and rummaged about some more in a box of Handyplast, which is a sticky bandage. He came out with a stack of blister packs tied together with a rubber band from the box of Handyplast. Don't ask me why it was kept there. I was quite puzzled too. The old lady asked me who the medication was for, and I made up a cock-and-bull story about doing an exhibition about benzodiazepines for my university, and I was going to stick one pill on a piece of manila card. I don't know if she actually believed that story. I had the feeling she didn't from the look on her face, but there weren't any questions asked after that. I got the impression that this is a no-questions-asked pharmacy, if you catch my drift. The guy came back at this point and asked me how many blister packs I wanted. I examined one of the blister packs and saw that it's brand name Xanax pills with each tablet containing about 0.25 milligrams of Alprazolam. I was hoping that they carry the beautiful 2 milligram pills, but oh well. This'll work perfectly well too. There were 10 tablets in the blister pack, which comes up to 2.5 milligrams. I decided to just go for one blister pack, and it was sold to me for RM7, about $3.50 Australian. This is the brand name Xanax, Alprazolam, marketed by Upjohn Pharmaceuticals, which is the old name. They have since merged with Pharmacia. On a side note, I've read in the newspapers that being caught with possession of Xanax without a prescription carries an RM2000 fine and or 2 years of jail time. Someone who was caught with 24 pills got that sentence recently. They were credited as Upjohn pills, though, which further illustrates that mainstream journalism has their heads firmly planted up their ass when reporting on technical or drug-related issues. Upjohn is a pharmaceuticals company, not a drug name. Trip report. Substance name Alprazolam. Street names Z-Bars, Bars, Upjohn in Malaysia. Dose 2.5 milligrams, which is 10 0.25 milligram tablets, taken orally in a mixture of powder, broken off bits, and whole pills. The pills seem rather crumbly, and some broke into pieces as soon as I pressed it from the blister pack. I do not have any tolerance to benzodiazepines. Usual recreational dosage for people with no benzo tolerance is about 1 to 2 milligrams. Pills were white oval with Upjohn 29 imprinted on one side and a single score on the other side. The pills have beveled edges. Each pill contains about 0.25 milligrams of Alprazolam. They come in a blister pack containing 10 pills for a total of 2.5 milligrams if you eat them all. T+00. I took all 10 pills at 11 p.m. sharp. The pills are in a mixture of powder, bits of tablets, and whole tablets, like I mentioned before. This was because the pills are either very brittle or this is old stock, so they break easily. The tablets tasted like powdered mint, without any hint of sweetness at first, and very bitter when I washed it down with water. By 5 minutes in, I noticed some clumsiness and a heaviness in the head, and got a general feeling of being mildly stoned for only about 5 minutes later. By 8 minutes in, a feeling of not being very sober, but I can't put my finger on what exactly gave me this feeling of non-sobriety. I just feel not very sober. The medical term for this is derealization, I believe. A few minutes after, I got some mild nausea, along with a feeling of numbness in my extremities, especially the fingers, very much like the feeling you get when you're starting to get drunk. Heaviness of the head is present all throughout the time. 18 minutes in, feeling a kind of super enhanced sight. It's like I can see every moment or movement I make is in full frame and with a high frame rate. Don't really know how to explain it besides this. It feels like the start of an LSD trip visually, like everything looks enhanced and colors stand out, etc., but it's very mild. Clumsiness did not get any worse. Numbness in extremities still present. By 20 minutes in, a mild euphoria. Not like ecstasy euphoria, but more like codeine euphoria, aka stupid euphoria. A better word would be contentment. Palms are feeling sweaty, which is peculiar for me since I seldom get sweaty palms. By 22 minutes in, pupils very dilated, even in bright light. Looking at myself in the mirror feels weird. There's uneven dilation. My left pupil is slightly more dilated than the right one, I feel. 30 minutes in. Feeling contented and relaxed. Not much progression other than that. Feeling slightly disappointed due to high expectations. I'm more of a fan of fuck-me-up drugs like LSD, which provides cool visuals and weird trains of thought. 40 minutes in. Feeling slightly sleepy now. 43 minutes. I'm trying to fight this feeling of being sleepy. It's getting stronger. 50 minutes in. I caught myself staring at a half-eaten chocolate bar with a bit of chocolate sticking out in an interesting manner. Stop hypnotizing me, damn it. 1 hour in. Yawn. I'm trying to keep an open mind, but it seems that this is all Xanax has to offer. A feeling of being very mildly drunk and admittedly quite significant relaxation. Not much euphoria to speak of for me. Valium, another benzodiazepine, provides much more euphoria for me compared to this. 1 hour and 10 minutes in. What the fuck? Feel myself returning to baseline already. Baseline, I mean normal, sober state. 1 hour 15 minutes in. I still felt slightly clumsy and my body feels heavier than usual when walking. Not much more numbness in the fingers and I'm still feeling sleepy. 1 hour and 20 minutes in. Noticed some problems with memory. I dropped my cell phone to the floor earlier and didn't remember to retrieve it until 30 minutes later. 1 hour 26 minutes in. Hee. Walking around in the dark with my arms swinging freaked me out considerably, and I thought Xanax was supposed to be prescribed for anxiety and panic attacks. 1 hour and 30 minutes in. Feeling close to baseline now. Suspect I'll have a nice deep sleep later tonight too. 1 hour and 40 minutes in. A nice afterglow can be felt. Still feeling contented and happy. Walking still feels a bit strange, but nice. I just noticed that time passes pretty damn fast on Xanax. I didn't even notice that nearly 2 hours had passed since I took the pills. I wonder what I did in those 2 hours since it didn't feel like I did much at all. 2 hours and 20 minutes in. I did another time jump. Don't ask me where the past 40 minutes went, because I seriously don't know. I wasn't even doing anything. And he's got some after notes here. I don't see the appeal in taking Xanax by itself. It's basically just a chill pill, and I'm not into this particular class of drug. I can see its value in helping with meth, coke, or other stimulant come-downs, but when taken on its own, it doesn't have much to offer, at least for me. Possible good combos, in my opinion, would be Xanax and alcohol, but be careful, a lot of deaths have been attributed to this combination. And Xanax and cannabis. The sedative effects will probably provide a nice synergy. Personally, I feel Valium, or diazepam, would be a very much better alternative if you like benzodiazepines. Valium actually gives me pretty good euphoria when taken in recreational doses. An interesting thing with Xanax is time seems to go much faster. It's almost as if it jumps forward. 1 minute you look at the clock and it's 2:15 a.m. You feel that only a minute has passed, but next time you look, the time is already 2:45 a.m. and you're left scratching your head about what happened during the last 30 minutes because you don't remember doing anything at all. It happened a lot of times during this experience too. Very bizarre. Caution: being in possession of prescription drugs without a prescription could be against the law in your country. And that's going to be wrapping things up. Pretty simple, pretty chill. A great representation of how someone's first time on this substance can go. I do hope you all enjoyed hearing this like I did reading it, and if you did, a like and a subscribe would be phenomenal. Or follow me if you're on TikTok, and consider going and checking out my YouTube. There's exclusive content over there, including but not limited to my new podcast-like series, Shooting the Shit. I think you all would enjoy the show, so go peep it if it's in the cards for you. And turn on those post notifications while you're over there so you know when I post. I hope to see you all there. Regardless, stay frosty, stay curious, and most importantly, stay safe out there. And with that, I will of course see all of you in the next one. Peace!